Clayton, I go to Columbia College Chicago, and I did the CIS abroad, um, South Korea abroad program with Sogang. Yeah, first spring of 2023.
Why did you choose CIS abroad?
Chose the CIS abroad program because, well, one, it was the only program that was affiliated with my school that would go to South Korea. And I really wanted to go to South Korea because I think the country is just quite beautiful and I just wanted to experience it for myself. And also, just the way that CIS abroad communicated with me back and forth, like they were on top of it, really just made me comforted. So I knew I was going to be in good hands if I went with CIS.
What factors influence your decision to select this program?
I think the factors that played into my decision of choosing CIS is that, well, one, again, I really wanted to go to Korea, but then two, the fact that my financial aid was going to be able to cover it, so I'll be able to afford it, and the fact that it was also cheap, like that $9,000 to me was just like for a semester, that's crazy, and you get dorming, and it's right in the middle of Seoul, like that was just everything to me. That was just brownie points to me. So that was one of the top three decisions.
Can you give some tips on surviving the first 2 weeks on site?
Don't try to make the hastiest plans the first 2 days that you're there. You will get lost. You will totally get lost. I got lost when I made plans to go out with someone. We both didn't know where we were going because we were both new to the country. So download Naver, download Kakao Maps, and just navigate your way through the city for like a week with your friends that you've made at like CIS or with Hug or other Sogang friends. And then also make sure you have like won or cash like from the jump. Like maybe do it at the airport. I feel like that's better. Or you could do it because there's a ATM in Sogang where you could like exchange money. I think the rate there is lower as well. But learn the bus system, learn the train system, learn where it's going, and then also just I would say since we have like a week basically before school starts, um, visit a lot of places that you want to. Like already have that Naver list going of like cafes and wanting to go to the Han River, go there because it's like the views compared to like it coming since I went in the spring, it coming from winter into the spring into the summer, the views are totally different and they're all equally as beautiful. So I would say that.
What was your favorite class and why?
Class was honestly, oh, was kind of hard. I had two like favorite classes because it was of the people there and then just of the curriculum. So I would say my first favorite class was the Korean language learning class because of the community that was there and the amount of friends that I had in that class, which was just also the friends that I hung out with every day. So obviously we were paying attention, we were doing well, but it was a lot of goofing off in that class. And the teacher loved us as well. We talked to her a lot after class to learn more Korean. And she was just a gem of a person. I do miss her a lot. I miss her. So the other class was I think it was called critical thinking and social skills class. And it was because we had group projects and also because the teacher was just very funny. It was just a very welcoming environment, welcoming people. And I also got the opportunity to talk with like actual Korean students that I became friends with and just being able to be in that environment and learn different things that I wouldn't be able to learn here at my home university because it's just not provided.
How were your classes compared to classes in the US?
They were more, they seemed kind of similar now that I'm like a junior and it's more lecture wise this year for some reason. They also were more lecture-wise, but he gave us more, well, not he, but like they gave us more time to work on our own in Korea and like work on stuff in class and with groups and whatnot. But it was also more group work over there, which was kind of surprising. And then I would say there wasn't really a lot of homework. Like I don't ever recall doing homework there other than Korean class. But here is homework every single day in every class.
Can you tell us more about your housing and commute to school?
So the housing was right on campus. Like all of my classes, like two of my main classes were right next to my dorm, so I could wake up at 9:55 and make it to class. Like that's how close it was. Then my other class was just like across the campus, which is a good 10-minute walk, I think, maybe 15, depending on how many people were commuting throughout the school at the time. But housing wise, living in the dorm, it was pretty easy. Even if you got locked out, there would be a security person right there with a key ready for you to be able to get back in to grab your ID. Um, Everyone was very friendly. I made a lot of friends in the dorm, which was just, I love it there.
What was your favorite part of your program?
My favorite part was meeting my friends, I would say, because without them, I don't think Korea would have been Korea for me because we literally spent every single day together.
What was your favorite excursion?
We had like a scavenger hunt around Seoul. Well, not really Seoul, but I think it was in Sadong, which is like a neighborhood in Seoul. And I think it was because just the view of the mountains that were there, it was just so pretty. It was like my first time seeing mountains. I was like, wow, the mountains. I'm like, that's so pretty. I live in a city. Like all I see are buildings. When you have buildings and mountains, that's just that's great. I love nature. So that was just like so fun to explore the city, and that was also like the first week too, so that gave me opportunities to obviously be with the CIS people, my friends, and navigate the train system, and then navigate where we were going to go to the palace to find this that. And I also got the opportunity doing that to try some really good Korean food, and that was my first time trying, it wasn't my first time trying japchae, but it was my first time really enjoying japchae because it was like authentically made. And I was like, no, this is good. Now I understand why everyone loves japchae. It's so good. And I got to go to like a museum, which was my first time in Seoul, going to a museum. And
How did your on site director impact your time abroad?
gosh, I love Tatum. Tatum is great. I don't know if she's still the on-site director. She probably is, but Tatum is so great. Like I'm a student with health issues, so like obviously going there, that was probably a risk and just difficult to get medication and whatnot over there. So when I needed to see the doctor or whatnot, or when I thought I sprained my ankle, but I actually learned I was flat foot. There's a lot of hills, so that's not good for, I guess, flat feet. So she like accompanied me to like doctor's appointments and stuff, and I really appreciate that because no one else would take their time out to do that for me, and she did that, and she knew I would get lost, so she just went along with me. And then also she answered any questions, and like she was just so sweet.
Can you share tips on transitioning from being on site to coming back home?
Well, it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry in the car going to the airport. It's okay to cry in the car coming from the airport. It's okay to cry the first week, the second week, the third week. It's okay to miss your friends. um Definitely keep in touch with your friends, like call and text them as much as you want because they miss you just as much. um Go outside, play some games, just chill with your family, and just try to like not let what your life was the past 4.5 or 5 months or whatnot dwell on you, because like that's the past. We got to keep pushing, but look forward to the future because you're probably going to go back. You're definitely going to go back.